When Audi brought out their R8 supercar, it was exciting news for people who didn't like the thought of the compromise and the cost and the noise and the cash flashing prowess of a proper supercar. So Audi turned the concept on its head deliberately. There was at least one thing though that was in the right place. There was a mid-mounted V8 engine, complete with a clear engine cover, of course, standard supercar, so that you could prove beyond reasonable doubt that you had a proper supercar when you were going to the supermarket. This is an early model R8 from 2007, the first year of production. Actually belongs to my mate John, who's left me a note for using the car. Dear Woody, I hope you enjoy driving my R8. Please don't get it wet. It goes on. It's the perfect
supercar. It drives like an Audi A4 round town, but when you press the sport button and work the paddles, it sounds ace. I like to call it the Audi R8, like the supermarket, because it's a budget supercar. Love, John. P.S. It's definitely a supercar because they got Iron Man
to launch it. Drives like an Audi A4 round town. There was method to Audi's madness, and with 430 brake horsepower, an aluminium space frame chassis borrowed from Lamborghini, and 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds, it was a little bit mad. If you're not blown away by the performance figures and the stats in themselves, that's because you're not meant to be, and nor were the press meant to be when this car was launched 11 years ago. Remember what John said, around town, the R8 drives like an Audi A4. What the R8 didn't borrow from the Lamborghini Gallardo, it borrowed from its more grown-up big brother, the RS4, Audi's super saloon, based on their best-selling family saloon car. But while a 4.2-litre V8 in a saloon car was a pretty mouth-watering prospect, even the modified version of that engine, destined for Audi's first mid-engine supercar, was not intended to steal the headlines. So if the vital statistics and outright performance were not meant to be the headline grabbers, what was? Perhaps it was the price tag, £77,000 for one of these R8s, brand new. Or perhaps it was Audi's apparently untested claim that you can fit 2 sets of golf clubs behind the seats in here. No, it was neither of those. What it was, the big headline grabber, was that this was the first production car to have LED headlights. Maybe not, but you get the point. Audi was trying to do something different with the R8. Volkswagen Audi Group already had Lamborghini in its portfolio to take care of Italian thoroughbred supercar business. At £30,000 less than the Gallardo's starting price tag though, Audi was making a clear statement with this new car. No longer would Audis be seen as old men's cars. No longer would BMW, Mercedes and Porsche be out on their own at the front of the German sports car market. No longer did the supercar have to be for occasional use. Nor do you have to worry about going out in grotty weather. Audi's famous Quattro four-wheel drive system is coupled with this magnetic ride suspension, which is basically charged magnetic particles in the damper fluid, which gives you ultimate ride and ultimate comfort as well as performance. It's incredible. It feels like you could throw anything at this car and it would handle it. My mate John though is a detailing freak, has a bit of OCD when it comes to his cars, so I am worried about driving this thing on grotty winter roads. The car though, it couldn't give us one of those. The car's claimed top speed of 187 miles per hour was never really in doubt, but behind the wheel of the R8, you really feel like it'd do that and more effortlessly. Handily, I've driven the V10 Gallardo for comparison, and I can tell you that the theatre outweighs the R8s in every single way. It's raucous where the Audi is refined, bumpy where the Audi is ironed out, and it feels like a proper supercar. So given that the first generation V8 Audi R8 does have supercar credentials, it It almost feels wrong to talk about how normal it is to drive, like a dirty secret or something, which is weird. A mere mortal like me or you would struggle to get anywhere near the limit, or feel like we were anywhere near the limit in a Lamborghini or even a Ferrari for that matter. But in the R8, you almost feel like you could push that 4.2 litre V8 to every bit of its spec sheet proportions. The reality, of course, is very different, but it's how it feels that matters. And this, for an everyday supercar, doesn't feel very everyday. Now, where's that note for John? By the way, John, yes, the R8 appeared in the Iron Man movie, but it was also in the Transformers movie, and that's way cooler. P.S. Sorry, I got it wet.